Alright, we're here with a very special guest, a very good friend of mine, Joe Charles, stand-up comedian, performs all over the place. And Joe Charles is in my bed. How you doing, Joe?
A little hungover.
Hungover? From what?
Canadian Mist.
Canadian Mist. What would that be?
It's Canadian whiskey.
Okay. Did you know, okay, what is the difference between Canadian whiskey and every other whiskey? Do you know?
No, to me it's a little bit smoother.
One of them has an E before the Y. I forget which one. And the other one doesn't. It's a trademark thing, believe it or not, Joe. Every whiskey from everywhere in the world is, I swear to you, Joe. Joe knows.
In Canadian or in whiskey?
One of them is spelled E-Y, and every other one is spelled Y. So whiskey from everywhere else is, I swear, we'll look it up after we're done here. Right. We got a sponsor, and this is Ocean Vodka from Hawaii. And it is made, it's claimed that it's made 500 fathoms below the surface of the Pacific Ocean. Now Joe, over here, is a smart man. Do you know what a fathom is?
You know what, man? I had deja vu. You told me in my deja vu, and then I mentioned it was deja vu. I still don't fucking remember.
A fathom is 6 feet. So this is 3,000 feet deep water from 3,000 feet deep. So, you want some hair of the dog, my friend?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, he guesses. Well, Joe is about to tell us what Ocean Vodka tastes like. Now, I trust this man because this man's favorite drink is, what is it, a mind eraser again?
I don't know, Canadian Club. Nice and piss hot. That was a fucking mistake.
That was a mistake?
I mean, it's pretty smooth even though it's hot. I can't believe this is fucking what I'm doing right now.
This is awesome.
So we can talk about anything.
Anything you want.
Were the other guys funny? Was it good?
Well, I don't know. Were the other guys funny?
John, what do you think?
Yeah, they were funny.
Now, you work at the world famous comedy store in La Jolla, right?
God damn it. I perform there often.
You perform there. That's what we mean by work, people, because comedians, people just think we get on stage and we tell jokes. But if you're there 4 or 5 nights a week, that's work. You know what I mean? If you're a basketball player or whatever, you know, the only difference is with comedians is we don't get paid, do we?
Very rarely.
Do you ever get heckled?
Every once in a while.
And have you ever called anybody a nigger off stage?
Off stage?
I mean on stage that they were off stage.
No, man, I stay away from that word. I can't pull that fucking word off. It makes me uncomfortable. It's never been worth the laugh for me.
Seriously, you perform at the club, I perform at the club sometimes, and you do see security come up to people that are being a little loud or talking or whatever. Is it the club's responsibility to make sure that you have a good set? Or is that you with your quick wit that should be, you know, taking care of something that happens?
I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I think if you're a good comic, you try and... There's a few ways to deal with it. If they're just talking amongst themselves, you can try and ignore it. But if they're attacking you, it's kind of a challenge, you know, kind of like, you know, gunslinger type thing, where you need to shoot them down and put them in their place. But if he keeps going and it's screwing up your set, then I think the club's got to step in and get rid of them. Besides, I mean, especially if they're really belligerent. You know, if they're wasted, they're just gonna screw up the show for everybody. Yeah.
So tell me, what's in the future for Joe Charles?
I'm gonna try and forget that I had this interview.
Okay. I want to thank Joe Charles for coming in my bed, doing this interview. I really, really appreciate it. You going to be anywhere that we should know about?
You know what? I'll be. It looks like I'll be taping my first TV show on the 24th.
Yeah, well,
my
TV
first
show.
TV set, television stand-up routine, I guess you'd say, on the Boomer Show on the 24th.
Joe Charles, we're going to be able to check him out maybe on the Boomer Show. You can see him at myspace.com/Joe Charles or JoeCharlesLive.com. You can have me at fatjewishguy.com, everybody. That's the show. I want to thank everybody, thank Joe, and see you tomorrow in bed.